funny intro. It's normal. You'll see. I play it every time, but let me see here. Okay, so we hit media assets. Okay, we're live, guys. Hey, guys, we got Susan Browne with us. She came highly recommended from one of the publishers I use, Inner Traditions. So we're gonna play the intros and get started. And there we go.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Okay. Is it playing? I don't know. Okay. Back to another episode.
Yeah.
Am I muted? Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast. I have a fascinating guest with me today. Today I have with me Susan Browne. She's a spiritual and well-being coach with over a decade of experience helping others connect with angels and raise their vibration. She's a teacher of the Diana Cooper School of White Light, a qualified Guild of Energists trainer, and the author of Angel EFT. From her home in County Kerry, Ireland, Susan has developed her own intuitive style of tapping into angelic guidance, empowering people worldwide to live in alignment with higher consciousness. Her passion for nature and healing shines in her work, and her website is angeleft.com, and you can find her on Instagram at Susan Angel EFT, and on Facebook at Angel EFT, and then YouTube at Susan Browne Angel EFT. And tonight, I welcome Susan, the author of Ask Your Angel Guides, How to Work with Celestial Energies and Create Abundance and Well-being. In this uplifting conversation, Susan will share practical tools and angelic wisdom to help raise our vibration, receive guidance, and align with fifth dimensional way of living. And with all that said, I'd like to give her a big warm welcome to the show for the first time. Susan, thanks so much for coming on. How are you?
Oh, thanks, Rob. That's a lovely intro. Thanks so much. It's great to be here.
Yeah. So tell the audience, for the people that don't know you yet, tell us a little bit about yourself and how this all started for you.
So I have been interested in angels for a while. When I was really small, I have like a very spiritual mom, and she, in the 80s, she was getting into meditation and that sort of thing. Sorry, I'll just take a glass of water.
It's okay.
Just grounding myself. Just coming onto the show. So I trained with the Diana Cooper School in 2009 with my mom, and started to teach classes at that time. But it was funny because when I started, I didn't think that I would be actually teaching. I thought it was just doing it for myself. You know, like I come from a background of mental health nursing as well. So many of my colleagues would have found it very, very strange. So it wasn't something I saw myself doing, like standing up in front of people and talking about angels. But actually, that's exactly what I went on to do. And it's life-changing. And to see other people connect with angels as well is just so rewarding. I wrote my first book, Angel EFT, when I'd learned about the angels and I'd learned about EFT tapping. And I thought this is just an amazing combination. So that's why my website is called angelieft.com, because of the tapping combined with the angel work. But the angels, I guess, have been with me always. But for a long time, I didn't connect with them. When I was small, I was connecting with the angels. My mom was learning about meditation, the Ascended Masters in the 80s when I was really young. So I was exposed to it, and she talked to me about Archangel Michael and how to. There's a lovely message there. Thank you, dear Gris.
That's in the chat. Yeah, I think they saw you're Irish, so I have a audience. I can't ask for better people. They're really nice. They really are great. Like, they're my best friends.
Nice.
They're like my family, they're all really good people,
They're lovely. Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. So I trained as a Reiki practitioner, level 1 and 2 at age 18, again with my mom. Hello, and more Irish people. Then when I came to Ireland, because I'm actually originally English, sorry to disappoint everybody, but I came to Ireland in 2000. For a while, I stopped thinking about Reiki because it took me a while, sorry, I get my words up. It took me a while to meet my tribe. And at first, the reception to that was not very encouraging, And so for a while, I stopped kind of talking about spiritual things and just kind of kept it to myself. And then maybe around 2007, I started to really open up. I suppose I had like a Kundalini rising experience at that stage, and everything just went whoosh. And I was really receiving messages from my angels, and it was from like day-to-day things, but it was all so fascinating, and that the energy rose so quickly that I had to learn to ground it. It was crazy. I mean, I could have just sat meditating all day, and you can't really do that. Well, in my life, I couldn't anyway. So it was a big learning. And then that's when I joined the Diana Cooper School in 2009. And they're like a big family, they're all over the world. And the classes helped me to, I suppose, understand how to connect with the angels and how to connect other people and so forth.
That's fascinating. For the people that might not be familiar, what is the Diana Cooper School, and who was Diana Cooper?
Oh, Diana Cooper, she's an international best-selling spiritual author, and she had an angel experience many years ago. So I would have grown up with her name in my consciousness, because like that back in the 80s, my mum was reading her books, and I would have seen them around. But Diana is still like going strong. She just turned 85, and she seems to be getting younger, if anything. And she's just an amazing, bright soul, and she's teaching and spreading wisdom and helping people to come into their highest vibrational frequency and help change the planet. So she started up a school to help other people learn how to teach about the angels. So she's got lots of different topics. She's got angels, ascension, dragons, Lemurian healing. There's many, many, many courses that you can learn with the school.
Yeah. And Anchor Haven would like to know, did you do an interview with Diana Cooper? Were you able to talk to her?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did. I interviewed Diana Cooper 2 years ago when she was preparing for her big event in Portugal. And you can see that on my YouTube channel. And it's just amazing. I mean, meeting Diana, she's such a grounded, like practical, earthy woman. And you wouldn't think so, because she's talking about really like, she's talking about all sorts, really high vibrational spiritual things. But she's just this amazing multidimensional being, and she's a pleasure to talk to.
That's so cool. Yeah. And when did you have your first like full blown angel experience? Were you lucid? I mean, was it like something like a half dream state, or was it in a meditation, or?
Well, it wasn't like the very exciting, specific one that some people have. I've had lots of them. And what I remember at that time in 2007, when I was having what I presume was a Kundalini rising experience, is that lots and lots of messages were coming through. I was being guided. Like the first step I was told was to learn about the chakras again. So I would have learned about the chakras in Reiki level 1 and 2, but I'd kind of forgotten. The only one I remembered was the third eye, because that was so interesting, right? And so I started learning about the chakras again and how to balance them. That was really important for me to learn how to balance my energy centers. And I got into yoga again. So again, I would have grown up with yoga. My mum was a yoga teacher since I was small, and I used yoga to help me. But yeah, the experiences were, there's been like those massive, gorgeous coincidences where you ask for angel guidance and you see a white feather, or I've asked for the angels to give me a sign, and then a song has come on the radio with angel in it or with my name in it or things like that. But I didn't have like a really concise one single visit from them.
Yeah. Anchor Haven wants to know also, do you work with Merlin? She says.
Oh, yes, I love Merlin so much. Yeah, I do work with Merlin. I feel very connected to Merlin for a number of years. And one day I was driving to Glastonbury, not the festival, but the town in the UK. And it's a really, really amazing town if you ever get a chance to go there, if you haven't already. And as I was driving there, I was looking at the Tor, which is this beautiful stone tower on top of a hill, and getting excited because when you see the Tor, it's like I'm nearly at Glastonbury. And I just asked my guides at that point, why am I always drawn here? Because my folks are not from near Glastonbury really, but I always try and get there. If I'm in England, I try and drive to Glastonbury. And Merlin came in at that point and he said, I'd bring you here. So Merlin's energy is very strong there, but of course you can work with him anywhere. So yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Anchor Haven, she's from over your way. She's an oracle reader too. She comes on my show as well, and she does she lives in, I think she lives in the UK. You know, so
okay, yeah.
So, yeah. She's been in like the scene for a long time. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. Yeah, but okay. So this question is for Rain from Rain C. And Rain says, do you have a location where people can retreat to? Like, or do you do retreats or something like that?
Oh, right. No, I don't have a specific retreat center, but I have run retreats in the past. But yeah, no, I don't have a specific center at the moment.
Okay.
Thanks for that
That's
question.
yeah. So I'll get to my other questions here. So how can we ask and receive clear messages from angels? Like, if we need help from the angels, what is the best way to like reach out?
Yeah, so just you can ask them anything. And so like people worry about troubling the angels or waiting for something really important to ask them, but you can literally ask them anything. And I suppose the most famous example that people understand is to get a parking space, right? But that's more of a prayer, like angels, I would like a parking space. But you can ask angels, how do I help myself around this situation? You know, if you're struggling with something, ask the question, how can I help myself with this situation? Or how can I bring this in? Or how can you can literally ask them anything. And as soon as you ask that, just ask it in your mind or out loud. But when I was writing the book, I'll just show you, I'll show you the book. It's coming out in the States on the 14th of October. And it's coming out in December in the UK.
That looks amazing. I love the color. Published by Inner Traditions, right?
Pardon?
I said published by Inner Traditions, right?
Exactly, Inner Traditions, yeah, and Fintorn Press.
You know, I love working with Inner Traditions. They always send me the most amazing authors, and I get to meet people like yourself, you know. And like sometimes I don't know the people beforehand. Like before, I wasn't familiar with your work, but now I'm so glad that I met you and I'm familiar with your work because it seems so interesting and like, yeah, it's really cool and the audience really likes it. So I'm really glad I had you on. You know?
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks. It's really great to be here. So when you ask the angels to help you with something, it's a bit like for people who worry about, well, how do I know the angels are the ones answering, or how do I know if I'm getting through to the angels? When we ask a question, we turn a problem into a question. So if you're struggling with something, instead of like the kind of cyclical dialogue we might get into, this is so awful, this is so difficult, this is so terrible, we turn it into a question. How can I help myself with this? But then if you ask angels, how can I help myself with this? You're inviting them in. So the angels don't have free will and they can't just come barreling in to help us if we haven't asked them. The only time they can do that is if it was a life or death situation and it wasn't your time to go, which happened to me actually, where the angels stepped in. But usually they need us to ask them to step in. So what you're doing is you're turning the issue or problem into a question, which in and of itself is incredibly helpful. I learned about that when I was training to be a life coach. But then you're doing that extra layer of asking it to the angels as well. So at the very least, when you ask the question, you're going to start engaging your own higher self. So you're going to start channeling wisdom through yourself, but you're also inviting the angels in so they can now step in and give you ideas as well and work through your consciousness. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does. So you might not connect with an angel right away, but you'll definitely connect to your higher self. But you
at the very least, that's for people that doubt, and worry, well, why would an angel come to me? But like at the very least, think of it that way, that you're engaging your higher self. But you will, you're opening the doors to the angels. And a lot of the time people are worried that, well, why would the angels bother with me? Or, how do I know it's them? The angels are always very loving, and their messages are never scary, so you'll know it's an angel because it's uplifting, it's always uplifting. And I find when I ask the angels, and it's like, I get like aha moments where I'm like, wow, I never thought of that. And just straight away, these ideas are channeled in. So in the book, I share a lot of the answers I channeled. So the idea is to get everybody doing it themselves. But I also share lots of channelings that came through for me, just in case anybody is wondering, what other people got or that kind of thing. So it gives lots of examples.
Yeah. And then one of my questions is why it's okay for us to ask angels to help us with money, relationships, or career. And then if it is okay to ask them about that, how do we specifically ask them for that? Is there a certain prayer, or is it you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no. You can just literally ask angels, how can I feel better about money? Because money or prosperity consciousness is a vibration, right? So if we're experiencing lack, then our prosperity levels have come down. Our vibration around money has come down. So first and foremost, we want to raise our vibration about money. So angels, how do I raise my vibration around money? And straight away, you'll start getting solutions, ideas, thoughts that come in. And what I encourage people to do as well is to think of I haven't got it to hand here, but I have a scale that I use. It's just 0 to 10. And it is in the book as well, but it's on my website, the vibrational scale. And just to measure yourself on that scale. So say if you're experiencing lack and you want to raise your vibration around money, your prosperity consciousness, say if you're experiencing 4 out of 10, which is a bit low, you would maybe ask angels, how do I get myself to 5? So instead of saying, well, how am I going to zoom up to 10 and feel amazingly prosperous? If you ask about going up one place, it feels totally doable. And when you move up one place, you might find that you naturally move up lots more places as well.
I love that. That's so cool. Yeah. And then what are some daily practices we can use to raise our vibration and connect with divine helpers, would you say?
Well, first of all, it's lovely to ground yourself, if you want to do that, if you want to connect in with the angels. So do you want me to demonstrate something like that now that listeners can practice now?
That would be cool. Should we do it as well, or do you want us to follow along?
Oh yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be so fun. Okay. Yeah. So if you just make yourself nice and comfortable and try and have your feet flat on the floor. If anybody's wearing heels, maybe just slip them off so you can have your feet on the floor. And then just notice how you're breathing, how the body wants to breathe. And then just imagine breathing golden light into your heart space. And you can invite in your own guardian angel. And if you've never connected with your guardian angel before, know that they've been with you from before you were born. And they never judge you, and they never turn their back on you. So just be open to connecting with your guardian angel just now. And it might feel like a slight change in temperature or pressure, or you got any number of experiences, or maybe not even feel anything just now, and that's perfectly fine. Just be open to them making themselves known to you. And your guardian angel is placing a cloak of light over your shoulders. And imagine that you're sending roots of light down from your heart, down through the physical body, down through the feet, down through all the layers of the building, the foundations, and into the earth below. And all the way down deep into the heart of Mother Gaia. And this is grounding you, so you're deeply grounded, deeply connected to the earth. I'm just going to open up to the angelic realms, so you might experience a tingling in the crown of your head, just as you welcome those higher chakras to open up and allow in the source light, the angelic realms, just flowing down. And it might seem like a golden light, or it might have many different colors, like a waterfall of light just flowing down your physical and energy bodies, cleansing and rejuvenating. And just take some deeper breaths. You might feel that your aura is expanding and lightening. And just before we came on the call, I picked the card, the violet flame. So we might just bring in the violet flame of transmutation, and we call that in to cleanse our auric field. So it transmutes any lower energies, any stuff that's not serving us. And is easily released and transmuted into light now. And then maybe call to mind something you would love help with right now. And just ask the question in your mind or out loud, or you can write it down. Angels, how can I help myself with this? And just notice what flows through. And then if you need to write anything down, you can do that. Just gently bring your awareness back fully into your physical body. Just thank those angels in your mind. Thank your guardian angel. As you just gently bring your awareness back into the physical body, have a nice little stretch.
That was amazing.
How did you feel doing that?
Man, I really went out there. I really went deep, I was like,
Oh, wow.
It was almost like a mini hypnosis,
Yeah. Oh, good.
I couldn't believe how deep. I mean, I had to catch myself for a second, because I think I was almost like, I was going real deep, and I was like, I didn't want to fall asleep. But that's good, because that means I'm relaxed, and it was working, I think, I think it was, So, the people in the audience, Mel says thanks, and Ellen Jim Collins, Kat says lovely, and everybody loved it,
Nice.
And just put in the comments. Angela Collins says hearts and 100s, and people really in the audience really liked it, So
nice. That's nice. And even though that was really short, to ask a question of the angels, you don't need to go into visualization like that. You can just do it day to day, but it is nice practice to look after your energy like that as well, and to go into a deeper one. And there's lots of visualizations in the book that people can follow. But the other thing the angels told me when I was writing the book is to buy a notebook and to write by hand. And at first I was like, but angels, I can't really read my own writing. but I did. I bought myself a notebook and I wrote really carefully so I could read my own writing, because it was much easier to channel for me when I was writing by hand. So that might be worth knowing for some people as well. They might like to get themselves a notebook to, call it their Ask Your Angel Guides notebook, and keep it to hand, and, write by hand when you want to ask the questions.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Let me see here what other questions I have for you. But, and this is my screen froze. Okay. What are some small, quick daily rituals people can use to strengthen their connection with angels, especially if they have limited time? Like, would there be like, is that kind of like something like we did just there? Would it be like? Would you recommend that?
Oh, definitely. And also, if you get yourself a deck of lovely angel oracle cards, that's a really nice way to do something quick as well. And I have a lovely deck by Diana Cooper here. If you want me to pick a card, we'll just pick a card generally for everybody.
Like that? Yeah. I was gonna say we could do a couple of readings if you want. It's up to you.
Sure. If anyone has a little question, yeah. I don't normally do readings, but I do from time to time. I do questions, but the angels always encourage me to get people to interpret the messages themselves as well. So, but I'm happy to take a couple of questions. We could pull a card for.
We have a question here from Michelle. She wants to know about if you think about angel seeds. There's star seeds, which she believes she's an angel seed. She says she just found out.
How gorgeous! I'm not absolutely familiar with that, so I don't want to mislead you. And just answer for the sake of answering. But that sounds gorgeous. I would look into that and take that as a beautiful gift. I'm going to pick a card for you, actually.
I want to show you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. My friend Anchor Haven, the girl that was in the chat from earlier, she wanted me to show you the deck. She gave me this deck. It's an archangel.
Kyle Gray. Oh, he's fabulous. Yeah, I love Kyle Gray. So I have for the Earth Grid Rescue Mission, Archangel Mallory. So I'm going to show you the card.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to put on my glasses now. Look at the picture. Yeah. Oh, it feels like something about surrendering something. Something's been weighing you down a little bit, something you've been worrying about, and there's something that you might be ready to hand over now. So let me know if that resonates. But there's lots and lots of support for you to do that. So there's something about carrying like a weight, and it's time now to hand it over to your angels and ask for help. Ask them questions.
She said it very much resonates because she lost her cat. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Bring her her cat.
Oh yeah, and Archangel Felier is the archangel as well that works with animals. So it can be lovely to call in Archangel Felier if you're for your animal or for your lost one. That's gone over to the other side now. You can call in Archangel Felier.
Yeah. Do you want to do it just one for the collective, like instead of doing maybe a card pull for everyone? Maybe that would.
Absolutely. Let's do a card for everyone. Okay. So everybody just have a question in your mind, maybe, or it could be just as simple as, angels, what do I need to know right now? Okay. Oh. Archangel Preminelec is the archangel of insects, actually, and
is that the one you made? Did you make that deck?
Pardon?
Did you make that deck? Is that your?
Oh no, I don't have a deck yet. This is Diana Cooper's deck, so it's gorgeous. It's the Archangel Oracle, and this is Archangel Preminelec. So the message I'm getting here is that we need to spend as much time in nature as we can as well. It really, really clears our energy and uplifts our vibration to get out in nature and looking at the insects and whatever's growing near you right now. So in Ireland, we're just obviously coming into fall, same as the States. And the trees are starting to lose their leaves, but there's still loads of lovely wild flowers. So connecting with the wild green world, that's the message I'm getting here. And just appreciating like all forms of life, like the insects, and that we're all part of this amazing tapestry.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, what about like energy clearing for people who are empaths and sensitives? Would you recommend that? Like as far as like, like
Absolutely. Yeah. So empaths, a lot of people listening tonight are probably empaths, So you're an empath if you would describe yourself as sensitive to the energies of other people, like you pick up on other people's emotions. Maybe you people often come to you with their problems or ask you for help or guidance. You're a good ear to listen to people. But also as empaths, we really have to learn to clear our energy, because we can draw in other people's stuff and carry it around ourselves. And I think everybody has probably had that experience at some point. I certainly have, and have had to learn how to manage my energy and not get blur the boundaries of what's yours and what's someone else's. So a lovely thing to do now is just to maybe scan your energy field. So we've done that clearing earlier, so we should be nice and clear, but just we'll do a double check. So if you close your eyes now and just check for any cords. So cords would be kind of toxic exchanges between you and anybody else, or you and a situation. It could even be you and the collective consciousness, like unhelpful thought patterns in the collective. It could be memories you have, or could be to an organization. Just check if there's any of these lower frequency cords, anything that's draining or pulling on your energy fields. And for this now we call in Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael comes with an amazing sword of light. And with your permission, he'll cut through those cords for you. So just notice how many of those you can cut. And when he cuts them, they dissolve completely at both ends. So the whole cord dissolves. And if there's any gap left where it was in your body or in your energy, that is healed over. So just take some nice deep breaths as that's happening. Just scan your aura and notice what cords you're ready to cut now.
I love that.
And if there's any cords that feel like that you can't cut them just now, you can ask Archangel Michael to just place the tip of the sword on the cord and just shrink it down so it's a smaller, it's less draining.
I love that. This is fascinating. And then the last thing I wanted to ask you about was angel signs, synchronicities, and guidance for the collective healing. Like, what are some angel signs we could look for, or synchronicities? Do you write about that in your book as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So the angels can give us any number of signs, and they tend to choose something that will be absolutely meaningful to you. So one story I have of years ago when my youngest, he's 15 now, but he was a baby at the time, and I was dropping some kids off to childminder. As I was driving out, there was this really bad ice on the road, and I crashed into the gate. Now, everybody was fine, but the front of the car was pretty mangled. So straight away, I asked the angels to help me. So I called the insurance company and explained, and they said, well, we'll give you a car for the week or whatever. And I said, that's great. And they said, it'll be a 3-door car, a small car. And I said, is it possible to have a bigger one? Because I have a new baby, and it's going to be really hard to put the baby carrier in the car. And they said, oh no, you wouldn't be covered. So I said, that's fine. So I went to collect the car, and it was a big car. It was a 5-door car, and under the handbrake was a white feather. This was a rental that had just been cleaned, and there was this white feather under the handbrake. So things like that. And also when that car was fixed, The mechanic who fixed it said that it was actually really lucky that this happened, because there was all this rust under the hood, and had that not have happened, then it would have not been fixed, and it was really dangerous. So things like that. And also there was this one time where I was in the car and I just said, angels, give me a sign. I just wanted like a bit of reassurance. And they said, turn on the radio. This thought in my mind said, turn on the radio. And I don't really listen to the radio. So anyway, I turned it on, and there's a song with my name in it. And not only that, but in the next hour, there was 3 songs with my name in. So the angels have the most amazing way of giving us signs. And it could be anything, but they'll always choose something that you will notice, so it can be different for everybody. And sometimes it's a sensation. You might get a sense. I've felt like great hands of light on my back before. I've had physical sensations. And does that answer your question?
That's amazing. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
This is amazing. I really got a lot out of this. I was gonna say, is there anything else you wanted to share before we finish up for today? And or anything about the book that we might have not talked about, or anything?
Oh, yeah, great question. I'm trying to think now. I suppose I just want to say, keep asking, keep asking your angels, and don't ever think that anything is too small or too trivial to ask them, because the reason why the angels don't mind us asking for anything, whether it's money or parking space or anything like that, is because it helps us to raise our vibration. And the angels want us all to live to our fullest divine blueprint and to raise our vibration, because that's a win-win for everybody. Because if everybody on the planet raised their vibration to 5th dimensional or above, then we're going to have a really good, experience, and it will help the earth to ascend. So it's not being in any way selfish asking the angels for help, because you're helping everybody. And if you ever ask anything that's not, in alignment, or, like say we say, oh, angels, I want a big badass car to like annoy my neighbor or whatever, the angels would just kind of step back at that. They won't like judge you or anything, but they just, they'll only assist with what's for your highest good. So just keep coming back to that as well. And I hope people enjoy the book and reach out and connect with me on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. And I think.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this, and I'd love to have you back on. This was amazing. And yeah,
I love that too. Thank you so much.
And when is the book available now? Can people go buy it now?
You can pre-order it now. So it's coming out on the 14th of October in the States. So you can pre-order it from all the major booksellers, and probably in your local bookstore as well. If you tell them the name, they'll be able to get it in for you. So I hope everybody does that. I hope you really enjoy it.
The book one more time, so in case anybody wants to order it,
yeah, it's Ask Your Angel Guides.
That's amazing. Yeah, guys, everybody pre-order her book, and support the author, and thank you so much. And I really appreciate this, and I'd love to have you back on. And thank you, everybody. And guys, I'll be live again at 9 p.m. Eastern. I have Arkeem Rock on at 9. So in about an hour and 20 minutes, I'll be live again, and I'll see you guys all then. And thank you so much, Susan.